here we are. A lot of you were waiting for my opinions for some reason for Phantom fireworks, but I do love this, and this is a passion. So hopefully I learned something, you learned something, and this becomes a good or a great season for you. So we all just received the information on Phantom, and I understand that this might be the Southern California version or Nevada or who knows what. So prices should be pretty similar to what you see here. As with Phantom in the past, there are going to be items that are available at the stands that are not here. I believe Coral Reef has shown up in the past, and actually a good thing is that it's going to show up in this buy one get one free with the Phantom Duo, the Radioactive Spark, and I don't know, what's this called? The War. I don't remember the name of this one. I've never bought it, but it's not War, but it's an expensive one. Nuclear or something, I have no idea. But it'll be in that category as well. So $89.99, buy one get one free, which becomes what, $45 each. So I'm just gonna go kind of over a quick overview of what I think about the pricing, and maybe some good buys that may help you have a good show. I do want to start with the surprise for me in looking at all the prices. I actually go in and do the calculations to see what the increases are, and you can see it, and we'll see some crazy things. But I just do want to, give a little hint at my thoughts and just say assortments are not what I normally think about of assortments, and I'll go into that in just a couple minutes when we get there. But just as a pretext to this whole thing. All right, so you'll notice I'm going to start over on the left-hand side. I think the best deals that they have this year for Phantom are really their finale fountains. We know they haven't changed them in like 80 years. Pretty much the same thing every year. And I think they're doing There She Glows is also added, and I've seen that on one of the flyers, but I don't happen to have it. So I think that'll be in there as well. So you will essentially get these big fountains at $55 each. I know it's cringeworthy if you don't live in California, but you will feel our pain, but this is what we have. At least it's not the $99.99 that you're going to pay for some TNT fountains. Actually, all of their decent 500-ish gram fountains are really in the $65+ range, and you've got none in that level here. These are all $55, and that's where they cap out. We don't go up to $100. I mean, I could see Phantom Crown Jewel, if it were a regular retail price, it'd be $79.99 or something like that. And I think the effects may warrant it compared to some of the other fountains that are out there. So at the top, I'm listing the BOGO items. They are not all BOGO, like has been in the past, where you're all whining, oh, it's BOGO. And now this year, they did something nice to you. Actually, you won't like it, but these BOGOs are not bad. They're actually only a 12% increase, and these are the $89.99 level. And again, it's the nuclear Radioactive Spark Phantom Duo, the nuclear, the Coral Reef, which I think is a beautiful fountain. So this one I actually give a thumbs up on. So this one for sure, I would, if I was looking for a finale fountain, this would be one I would, I would buy this one. So this one comparable probably to Delirium from TNT, and that fountain is $65. This one's $45. Yes, you've got to buy two. Don't complain too much, because next year they might make them $90 each. So at least $45 isn't too bad. So you got Coral Reef and Radioactive Spark. And actually, when you break down the duo, these are not like the best fountains, but you're getting two. So $22.50 each. And look at some of the other fountains on the board for that price. All of these up here, Serenity, what was that, Luminescence rather, and all this series here, the Intergalactic series, these are now $30. So we'll get into that in a minute. But so these are kind of my picks. I do like this, the $89.99, if I'm looking for, if I've got that much money to spend, or I got a neighbor that wants to go with me, or a friend. If I have, I have a friend, Sacktown Pyro. He's about my only friend. And I'm teasing, a lot of you are my friends. But anyway, it's kind of a running joke that we have. I would probably split it up. and get one and have someone else get one, and there's $45. 500 G finales, they are now $55 each. It's only a 10% increase. The others are a 12%. And I say only because you'll see, and you can see on the board right now, they're pretty high on some of them. And even most of the TNT fountains went up 35 to 50%. Was kind of, where it was, around 40%. So these finales I already talked about. You've got Apache Fire Dance Premier, New York Harbor, Komodo 5000, Phantom Crown Jewel, which I like a lot. So I think you can't really go wrong with any of these. The New York Harbor fountain, over 3 minutes, 3.5, and yes, it's been around forever, but it's predictable and it has good crackle and good color and effects, and it lasts that long. It's pretty amazing. So New York Harbor I do like. Phantom Crown Jewel with kind of a W effect and sort of some gold spray that happens. It's really pretty during that, and a good crackle finale. Apache Fire Dance Premier is a long running fountain again, about 3 minutes. I don't think anything with TNT goes that long, so these kind of take the cake. No pun intended there. Komodo 5000, if you're an old timer and like fountains that were made 20 plus years ago, you might like this one, but it's just a lot of cardboard in my opinion. Sorry, I know some of you might want to buy one this year. Alright, but it's my opinion, my video. And we're going to move on to, actually we're going to start up here. We already did these. They're $109.99 for 2. And then we're going to look at the Intergalactic series. Last year, they were 2 for like $22 or something like that. And this year, they're now $29.99. That's a 270% increase. All right, that's just crazy sauce, folks. Just way too much. Serenity, the same thing. I mean, I understand you don't have to buy fireworks, and if you like it, you'll pay for it. But come on, 270% increase. It's just way overboard. All right, we've got the Iron Man, which is the small one here. I have 2 from last year. A 62% increase, so that doesn't look too bad when you're looking at the price of $10.99. I put it over here at $10.99 on the right side. We have a 100% increase on the Lady Liberty and the Flaring Stars. They are $15.99, and compared to some of the other fountains out there and the effects that these offer, I think these are good deals. So if I didn't already have a bunch of these Flaring Star styles, I would buy that one. It's a great flying bee effect. I've heard people say flying fish, but it's more like a flying bee effect in triple color, and it goes for over a minute, I believe. So a great fountain. All these fountains here in the middle, where you have the 62% with the Iron Man, I think all the others are about a 270% increase. So not only did they not offer BOGO anymore, but they've raised the prices on most of these. So, I'm not buying price increases. I get that, but for the money that you're spending, and it's hard to read this brochure, but you'll see them, $29.99, $15.99 for one of these here. They're just out of my comfort level as far as spending for those. At the top, here's another one, Moon Dance Premier. That was a BOGO last year, and I believe it was I don't know. But anyway, this year it's 266% increase. So it went up in price and the BOGO went away. All these others are about a 60% increase. The Funky Monkey, Dragon Steers at $39.99, and the Storm Chaser is brand new, so obviously that hasn't changed. It says $49.99 written on this thing. I don't know what there's. I heard $39.99. Beast was saying that on his live stream or recording of his Phantom Buyer's Guide. Down below, we've got Illuminati Triangles, just a beautiful 500 gram at $50. Maybe still a decent buy. Brouhaha, and I just keep calling this. I don't know if it's called Fiery Flower. I don't know what it's called, but you guys know what it is. It's similar to something that they offer at Red Apple. Those are all 100% up, so they just basically took the BOGO away. Same thing with a flower pot and Fiery Frog, dude. Yeah, with Fiery Frog and the soda pop bottles. This might be a decent competitor to the single pop bottle that they have with TNT. I don't know, who makes that fountain. But I did notice this year, because I follow fireworks all year round. Maybe some of you guys do. And so I saw Winda loading up a truck, and there were tons of Phantom boxes in there. So obviously Winda produces some of the Phantom things, and a lot of them were these assortments. I don't remember exactly which ones they were, but chances are you're getting, there's only so many factories, so chances are you're getting a lot of products that are produced at, similar factories. I don't think every single company has their own factory, like I've been told at the Phantom store. I mean, they may, but some of their stuff they have other people make. And you could tell that because there's certain fountains, like this radioactive spark is produced also for Red Apple, and there are a bunch of other things that are rewrapped and made for other ones. Anyway, back on to what we're talking about. So there's some big increases on some of them. The Moondance Premiere we were talking about, and then here, really, what am I doing? I'm moving everything around. Okay, hopefully you didn't get whiplash trying to follow my screen move there. Down at the bottom, you've got Family Fun for under $10.99. So I say if you have a DFS discount fireworks superstore in your area, this has always been the place to get the novelty, smaller items, ground blooms, you name it, killer bees, all this stuff, because all that stuff is rewrapped for every store. You'll find very similar things. Some of these fountains are exclusive Phantom, or I don't know. Anyway, but you find a little of the smaller items at different stands. Oh, I'm laughing here. We have these strobe sticks, which is brand new, $3.99. Hilarious. I'm sorry, there was that weird noise over here. It might have been my stomach, honestly. So if we hear this on the video, it would be pretty funny. These strobe sticks I believe are $3.99, and that's brand new. That's something that I would try. That was pretty hilarious, huh? It's all, what is that? I looked at my daughter. She's pointing at me. Apparently my stomach was making some noises. All right, so back to the assortments. This is where it really surprised me, but where TNT had really big increases in their assortment prices, Phantom Fireworks didn't. And I'm going to go out on a huge limb here and tell you all that if I had, $200 or $225 to spend, or a budget somewhere around there, I would automatically go buy this Phantom Awestruck. I know, I always tell you guys, don't buy assortments, go buy stand items. But when you have 270% increases, 100% increases, and then the Awestruck goes up 3%, it's like this is more balanced compared to what the stand, goes for. I know there's a lot of generic stuff in there, but there's a lot of things to light at a good value compared to what's selling. So I said it here, I would buy an Awestruck. I would probably buy a Backyard Barrage as well. It's down here. That one has increased, reading it right, 13%, or 11%. There we go, for $199.99. The Phantom Fire Blast has gone up to $239. It's only 9% up. Okay, so I don't know. I'm still kind of more awestruck. I do like Backyard Barrage because there's some larger items in there, and you guys can see a lot of the unboxing videos. And then I put the prices over to the right because they're hard to see. But really, this up here, it looks like 5%. This Phantom Favorites, and I'll just go through them, $19.99. It went up 0.5%, so it went up 0.5%. So if you want some of the small things, and I believe there's Morning Glories and other little small items in there, they really didn't move price. So that is cool. That might be a great buy too. I wouldn't mind buying that for 20 bucks. The Phantom Backpack, which is, I have a lot of backpacks, so I probably don't need that one, but $29.99. It only went up $5. It went up 20%. It's not too bad. Phantom Celebration, $44.99, and that's over here, 25% up. The next one, Chamber of Sparks, is now $64.99. It went up 30%. Even the Moonstruck, oops, I'm going backwards. Phantom Unlimited Party is down here. This went up 43%. It's $100. So my theory there is that I think they're smart people. They're going, as a business, how much is the average family gonna spend? And maybe it's that $100 mark. So they pushed, their profit there, 43% from their old 69 or whatever it was to $100, because someone will buy that at $100. Anyway, that's my thought. You guys tell me what you think. Next, Phantom Moonstruck is at $119. So for me, $20 more. There's so much more goodness in this one. And this one went up 13%. So really not bad to last year's price. And then, of course, we talked about the Awestruck. It was overpriced last year. I think Beast Law and some of the others on YouTube really pushed this assortment, and it went from like $139 to $160, to $150 or whatever it was, $129.99 to $150, or anyway, something like that. But that was it, and maybe they didn't sell as many last year, and so they had a whole bunch. And then, like, hey, let's just leave the price close to that so we can sell through our inventory. That is a possibility. I don't know. I don't know. You guys tell me again on that one. So Awestruck Backyard Barrage at $199.99 down here on the left, and the Fire Blast at $239. Some larger pieces in there. Firecracker Fountain is in here. I love that one as a single. You don't see at the stands. And then some of these others are, kind of generic rewraps. I don't know really how strong they are. Luckily Irish is in here. It's a smaller one, or whatever it's called. Lucky Leprechaun or something like that. And finally, we got the Phantom Backyard Bash. And that went up 17% to $6.99. Now, I would not ever think I would spend that much money on things that have been pre-picked out for me. $700. That's just a ton of money. However, that being said, if you take the individual item price compared to today's prices at the stands, it's actually a decent deal. You're probably closer to $820 in product, $850 or whatever it is. But I wouldn't necessarily go and pick out certain fountains that are in here. But if you're looking for, for a whole block party compared to the normal Phantom stuff, it's not necessarily a horrible deal. You're looking at $110. Let's say you bought all 4 of these, you're at $200. And then you buy, you could do the math and kind of put something together and see if $700 makes sense. Maybe you get 6 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for $300, and then you buy a bunch of other stuff. You still might be doing a little bit better because you're kind of being forced to buy some things that you might not normally buy. All right. I hope this is helpful. Sorry for my body jokes and stuff here, but I guess that makes it interesting. Feel free to leave any comments or remarks on the fireworks and the increases that are happening, or what are you planning on buying? Are you skipping the stands this year? You're gonna go, camp out at someone's house and hope they got something good to light off? Or are you, being savvy and shopping 3 different stands or 2 different stands? You're gonna hit up DFS or TNT and Phantom, or what is your plan this year? All right, please like, subscribe, comment if you'd like to, and thanks for enjoying a little humor tonight.